The answer is yes. Charisma is a magnetic quality that leaders have that makes people want to be in their presence, that makes people want to serve the vision of the leader, that makes people want to become part of that vision. And so there's a lot of interest in this quality called charisma. The kind of charisma that John Kennedy had, or in recent times, Bill Clinton has, and many other leaders, Nelson Mandela. And here are the three characteristics of charismatic people. The first is that they are present. And that simply means they have presence. And what does that mean? They're not distracted. Can you ever imagine a great leader checking their email or iPhone or BlackBerry if they're talking to you? So they are totally in the moment, present with you. The most important time in your life is now. The most important people in your life are the ones in front of you now. And the most important task at hand is what you're doing now. To have presence is to be in spirit, because spirit or consciousness is always now. The second characteristic of great charismatic leaders is they are independent of the good and the bad opinions of others. They're immune to both criticism and flattery. But they're at the same time responsible to feedback. They're not personally offended by criticism. If you had no critics, you're not really doing anything worthwhile. So criticism and flattery are part of the game, right? And this is what is called true self-esteem. True self-esteem is to be independent of the good and bad opinions of others, and to be fearless, and to be immune to criticism, but also to have true self-esteem, not to be attached to your self-image, which is dependent on other people. When your self-image is dependent on other people, that's called agency power. Your power is dependent on the agency, your title. You're the president of the country, you have so much money, such a bank account. You're an expert in power mongering and influence peddling and cronyism. That's not self-esteem, that's self-image. True self-esteem comes from your inner being. And the third characteristic of charisma is friendliness, warmth. Those are the three characteristics of charismatic people. And think of all the charismatic leaders in recent times. I mentioned a few: Nelson Mandela, John Kennedy, Ted Kennedy, actually the whole Kennedy clan.